Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari.
Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari.
Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari.
Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari.
Yashodanandana Vraja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tiravanachari.
Yashodanandana Vraja Ranjana Yamuna Tiravanachari.
Yashodanandana Vraja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tiravanachari. Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari.
Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Naam Sankirtan ki jai.
Jai.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 Narayanam Namaskrityam
Narayanam Namaskrityam
Dharam Chaiva Narottamam
Naram Chaiva Narottamam
Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudiraye Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki. So we are reading from Canto 4, Chapter 24, chanting the song sung by Lord Shiva. It is sloka number 49. Simhaskandhatvisho bibrad Shaubhaga Griva Kaustabam Shriyana Payina Kshipta Nikashasmo Rasollasat Simhaskanda Tvisho Bibrat Saubhaga Griva Kaustubam Striya Napayinya Shiptha Nikash Shasmo Rasollasad Simhaskandatvisho Bibrat Saubhaga Griva Kaustubam Striya Napayinya Shipat Nikshashmo Rasollasat. This became a little tongue twister.
Simhaskandhatvisho
Bibrat
Saubhaga Griva
Kaustubam Shiyana Shipta
Nikashashmora Solasat
Simhaskandhatvisho Bibrat Saubhaga Griva Kaustubam Shriyana Payinya Shipta Nikashasmo Rasollasat
Simhaskandhatvisho Bibrat Saubhaga Griva Kaustubam Shriyana Paninya Kshipta Nikashasmora Solasat Simhaskandhatvisho Bibrat Saubhaga Griva Kaustubam Shriyana Payinya Shipta Nikashasmo Rasollasat Simhaskandhatvisho Bibrat Saubhaga Griva Kaustubam Shriyana Payinya Shipta Nikashasmo Rasollasat. Okay, word to word meaning. Simha, a lion. Skanda, shoulders. Tvishaha, the coils of hair. Bibrat, bearing. Saubhaga, fortunate. Griva, neck. Kaustubam, the pearl of the name. Shriya, beauty.
Anapayanya, never decreasing, Kshipta, defeating, Nikarsha, the stone for testing gold, Ashma, stone, Urasa, with the chest, Ullasat, glittering. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Jai Srila Prabhupada. The Lord has shoulders just like a lion's. Upon these shoulders are garlands, necklaces, and what is this? Epaulets. And all of these are always glittering. Epaulets means what? Okay. Besides these, there is the beauty of the Kaustubha Mani pearl and
It's an ornamental shoulder piece of an item of clothing.
Yes, I see that.
okay, shoulder piece.
Shoulder piece, the part.
Okay, so that is epaulets. On the Kaustubha Mani pearl and on the dark chest of the Lord, there are streaks named Srivatsa, which are signs of the goddess of fortune. The glittering of these streaks excels the beauty of the golden streaks on a gold testing stone. Indeed, such beauty defeats a gold testing stone. Purport. The curling hair on the shoulders of a lion always appears very, very beautiful. Similarly, the shoulders of the Lord were just like a lion's, and the necklace and garlands along with the Kaustubha pearl necklace combined to excel the beauty of a lion. The chest of the Lord is streaked with Srivatsa lines, the sign of the goddess of fortune. Consequently, the Lord's chest excels the beauty of a testing stone for gold. The black siliceous stone on which the gold is rubbed to test its value always looks very beautiful, being streaked with gold lines. Yet the chest of the Lord excels even such a stone in its beauty. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurannilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Gurun Shri Uta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhye Vacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasa Adi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So we have all seen lion in the zoos, I think, you know. So first thing that we get closer to that cage, it will be stinking actually. So so one of the things that we can see of the lion, and far off when we see the lion, okay, it's very majestic and nice and all. So but then when we get closer, it gets stinking a little bit. So here we see that the lion's majesty is there, you know, the lion's majesty, and then the shoulders of the lion, you know, it's like very strong, you know, very means they have very amazing power to run, and they have very amazing power to tear apart things, and they can even drag, you know, a very well built lion can even fight with an elephant. You know, that's the power that the lion's shoulders have. And here we see that, you know, the lion's shoulders are compared to the this one, you know, it's having the hair, that's covering its shoulders. So in the same way, like Lord's, hair is also covering his shoulders, and then his, strongly well built, this one, amazingly strong shoulders like lion, and that is uh, adorned with so many wonderful necklaces, garlands, and things like that. And then the next, this one that is compared to is the Srivatsa symbol, that is there in the chest of the Lord, is compared to a black stone, which is used for testing gold. So we can see that the material comparisons that we have is so pathetic that we can, at best, we can compare with this only. There's nothing more glorious than this in this material world, and the Lord's glory is really amazing that we don't have anything to compare with in this world, right? So it is, it's like telling, it's, I just remember this uh, Kupa Manduka Nyaya, so where this, in the frog in the well. So no, it has to be told that when it is told that Atlantic Ocean is very huge, and then the frog asked, like, no, it is 2 times bigger, 3 times bigger, 10 times bigger than this well. So something like that. How beautiful is the Lord? It is. He is beautiful than a stone. So it is like very difficult to understand the actual beauty of the Lord, right? So we can only have such comparisons, very small comparisons. So here we see that this aspect is mentioned. The Lord's shoulders are very nicely adorned with so many nice necklaces, and then one of the very wonderful necklace is that Kastuba gem, that is there. So it is mentioned in the Vaikuntha Loka. So everyone has this Chaturbhuja Rupa, and everyone looks alike, like the Lord. So there it is too very difficult to find who's the Lord. So this Kastuva gem, Srivatsa symbol, and things like that, these are all some of the marks with which we can actually identify the Lord. So of course, like, people over there, they know, but ordinary people cannot see also. So but then this is the differentiation. In case if we first time enter into Vaikuntha and we don't know, like, who the Lord is, so we are given some marks, okay, to find out who's the Lord. So it is like Kastuva pearl, and then the Srivatsa symbol. Srivatsa symbol, so as it is mentioned, it streaks, it's like streaks of lines. So it is 3 white hairs, it is mentioned some places, and it is, here it is mentioned a streak of white lines. So this streak of white lines is so beautiful, like, only if we have darshan sakshat, then we will get to know, like, how beautiful it is. So it's really beautiful, this one ornament on the body of the Lord, and that represents the sitting place of Lakshmi Devi. So if we go to the traditional South Indian temples, so there is, in Balaji also, like, you can find, here one Lakshmi Devi's residence is there in this place. They put Lakshmi Devi over there. So Lakshmi Devi always sits on the chest. In fact, when Brihumani goes and kicks on the chest of the Lord, so Lakshmi Devi gets offended, it's my residence, and you're kicked on the chest. So anyway, so that's, just for information, that Brihumani, he is, there was a debate in the Sadhu Samaj that who is the Supreme Lord, and Brihumani was selected to choose. Like, there was very little contestants. Right now we have, like, what is it? 33 crore devatas are contesting. No, at least they are not contesting. People are saying that, Hamara Devata Bhagwan. And then on top of it, we have innumerable living entities also contesting, saying that I am also God. So, but then at that point in time, only 3 contestants were there. And that too, they were not contesting. People were saying, all the sadhus were saying, like, amongst these 3, Brahma, Vishnu, and Mahesh, who is supreme? So then Brihumani was selected. He is the son of Brahma and younger brother of Lord Shiva. So he was selected to choose, means go and test, who's supreme. So he went to Lord Brahma, and then he did, what is it, etiquette level, means offense. So he went to see Brahma, and he didn't offer obeisances. He didn't offer any glorification to Lord Brahma, and he just simply, he was standing and things like that. So Brahma got offended. No, you're my son and you're you're my subject. No, how can you come in front of me and not offer respects? So and then I think this is it right? So and then Brahma got offended, and then he he became angry. So then Brahmuni left the place, saying, "Okay, hey Bhagwan, nahi." So then after that, Lord Shiva, he did verbal offense. What was the verbal offense that he did?
Smearing ash all over.
Smearing ash all over the body, and then having scorpions, this, that, and all, snakes and things like that. I don't know. Like I'm just getting this one of Daksha's accusation, so I'll put that here. Kindly bear with me. So he says that who gave you name Lord Shiva? You are completely inauspicious. What is Shiva means auspicious. What is auspicious about you and things like that. So much he blasphemes, and Lord Shiva gets angry, and he walks off the place. Anyway, these are all like his father and brother, so he can do he can do these things. And then he went to Vaikuntha Loka, and there Lord was Lord has been massaged by the goddess of fortune, and he's in the Ananta Shayana, and he just enters in there, and he just straight away goes and kicks on the chest of the Lord. And Lord immediately gets up from his bed, and he asks, like, no, you kicked on my hard chest. No, is your feet okay? So then, then he started, what is that, like massaging the feet of Brahmuni. So that's the this one. So anyways, this is mentioned that even these personalities, Lord Shiva and Brahma, so they are also very, very great personalities. It is not that, they are always hankering for respect, and, if somebody is not giving respect, immediately they are offended and things like that. So it's not like that. So we see that the case of Daksha, open forum, like, he's criticizing Lord Shiva like anything. Lord Shiva just gets up and goes off. He's not, it doesn't matter at all for him. So even Brahma and Lord Shiva know that such a test is going on, and they just cooperate with this to glorify the Lord. So in this way we can see that the aspect of this Srivatsa. So Srivatsa is like the place of residence of goddess of fortune. So it is in the chest of the Lord, and then this black stone and things like that. So now, whenever we read these descriptions, it is like it's beyond our imagination, and definitely Lord is, if so many devotees have spoken, and if Srimad Bhagavatam is glorifying, so definitely the Lord is very amazingly beautiful, and but we are not getting attraction towards the Lord, right? So I always remember the second stanza of Sikshashtakam. So today morning also we read second stanza of Sikshashtakam. It's really very nice that it talks about the all power is invested in the holy name. And another aspect of it, if we take, the holy name is also as beautiful as the Lord. So, holy name is really amazingly beautiful. And sometimes we have experienced that we could get nice connect with the holy name, and we are able to nicely engage with the holy name. And some days it's really very pathetic. The same beautiful holy name is there, and we are not getting attracted to the holy name. And it is just the scriptures explain that it is because of thick layer of offense, that is there, so that we are not able to get attracted to. So Prahlad Maharaj, when he was asked that, why are you worshipping Lord Vishnu? Why you don't give up this thing? Who taught you this? And things like that. He says, "Main kya karu?" I'm just like, if you keep an iron rod near to a magnet, it will just get attracted. That way, like, I'm just naturally getting attracted to Vishnu. It is not that my fault. And it's not that I'm planning to get attracted to the Lord. It's not that I'm planning to glorify the Lord. It just happens. So it's like very amazingly he tells, because there is no offense, in the system. So he is completely offenseless. He is like completely sinless. And the sinless aspect in the same 5th chapter of 7th canto, this one references comes to the sinless aspect of Prahlad. So one is this, where deliberately it's not mentioned, but we can actually see deduce from the other definitions, that when there is offenses are not there, so then the rust on the iron is not there. So then the iron gets attracted to the magnet very, very quickly, to the Lord very quickly. So but if the offenses are there, so then the iron becomes like, it becomes manda. It cannot get attracted to this one. So when Hiranyakashipu is torturing like anything, no, Prahlad Maharaj. So at the time, no, it is Shukadeva Goswami is telling, just a person who doesn't have any pious credits, even if he tries to do something good, he will not get any good results. No, it's like, no, he can. So many people are there, so they take this success stories and they implement step by step all the aspects of success story, but his life is failure only because he doesn't have that punya to get such a big success. And he can follow all the steps, but the important step to follow is that you need to have the punya. You should have worked hard in the previous life to generate that punya, and if that punya is there, you will go up. Otherwise you keep trying it will not work out actually. So no, that's very important aspect. So in the same way here we see that, like Prahlad, he is not having that sinful layer, the layer of offense that is not there. In the third chapter of Bhagavad Gita, we see that what is the layer of offense? No, that is described as towards the end of third chapter, the covering of lust. So it is explained in three forms. So the worst kind of covering is embryo and the child. So it's very very thick covering. So why it is worst kind of covering? Because I cannot see what is the entity which is there in the embryo. So we have to wait only till like 8-9 months, something like that. These days people don't wait, but then so previously like they have to wait till that point. Sometimes I see that we have in the first floor we have this gynecology clinic, and many college students go there. So I don't know what reason they go there. So it is like it is for this reason. So we can see that what is it? The aspect of the thick covering of lust is there, and then the second level of covering is the mirror covered by dust. So wherein when the dust is covering the mirror, it's difficult to see the mirror, but with a little bit of cleansing, we can actually see the mirror. And then the very least covering of the lust is fire covered with smoke, where even though the smoke is covering the fire, we can very easily see what's there within. It's like the fire is very very illuminating. So in that way, like if the lust or the layer of sin it gets reduced, so then layer of sin or offense of lust all are synonymous in some way. So when that get reduced, so then immediately we become attracted to the Lord very very nicely. And we see that as we progress, this is a very very important aspect. And for this, today morning I was just hearing one class of Srila Prabhupada, and I was sharing in Japa session also. This is Prabhupada is mentioning how to get out of this lusty this one, or lusty covering, or how to get beyond the three modes of nature. So in last few sessions of Bhagavad Gita reading, we were actually going through this particular section, and we were actually analyzing this part. So these three modes of nature, lust or offense or sin, how is it all connected, and how is it stopping us from getting attracted to Krishna? So this is something very interesting. If you see, the moment I do something for my sense gratification, immediately it is sinful. It is like everything belongs to Krishna, and everything should be used in service of Krishna, and that's the legal thing. And the moment I use something for my sense gratification, immediately a sin comes. Sin is, what is the form of the sin? Sin means lust. More attraction towards the material nature, more desire to enjoy the material nature, and things like that. So this is the covering that's adding. As we say, Krita Punya Punya, right? In the same way, like Krita Papa. This is like as we keep doing sinful activities, the lust keeps deposited. The lusty, this one keeps getting deposited, and then the layer becomes thicker and thicker and thicker. Right? So this is there. And when this thicker layer of lust is there, so then our attraction towards Krishna doesn't come. So the starting point of all this thing is, what is the starting point of all the problems in the material world? Avidya, ignorance. So ignorance is the source of all these things. So ignorance of my position. So knowledge means what? Knowledge means the basic level of knowledge which Bhagavad Gita talks about is no spirit and no matter. So the next level of knowledge that it talks about is that the Lord, the fourth chapter, transcendental knowledge, we see that the Lord is beyond the material nature. No, that's a knowledge that is talked about there. And still further when we go, then we see that like we are part and parcel of the Lord, and we are meant to engage in service of the Lord, and our whole and soul existence is for giving pleasure to the Lord. Right? So this is the this is the ultimate knowledge that we come to. We have to Haituki aprati hata yayatma suprasidati. So this is our real position. This is our real this is knowledge. And this ajnana means what? No, I am the Lord and Master. Everything that I have is my property, and this body is me, and things like that. So this is ajnana. So this ajnana actually triggers the aspect of this sense gratification, and then the sense gratification puts in more lust into the picture, and then we become completely submerged. And why does this ajnana comes? The Lord actually, it's the Lord's energy. So the moment I have a desire, some inclination, some desire, somewhere it comes. It's very difficult to trace. And when that desire comes, immediately, okay, fine, you get into ajnana. So the Lord gives. And knowledge also have to be given by the Lord. And the Lord very mercifully gives this process. And what is the process? In today's, this one, Prabhupada was very nicely mentioning this thing. Mam chayo abhyabhicharini bhakti yogena sevate sagunan samiti thaitan brahma bhuyaya kalpate. So mam cha yo abhyabhicharini. So that means like only towards me without any stoppage. Prabhupada uses this translation. Abhyabhicharini means without any stoppage. Bhakti yogena sevate. By bhakti yoga, if somebody worships the Lord without any stoppage, then sagunan samiti thaitan. He just goes beyond the material modes of nature, and Brahma Bhuyaya Kalpate, he gets situated in the thoughts of the Lord. He gets to the Brahman platform. So this is nice, very very amazing aspect. I'll just read this one small paragraph. Anyone who is fully constantly 24 hours engaged abhyabhicharini without any stoppage. Therefore, I want that in our temple there should be program that we always engage in devotional service 24 hours. This is Prabhupada's this one. And then, but because we have got this material body, we require little rest. The rest, the minimum rest, as minimum as possible, because sleeping means waste of time. We are supposed to be engaged 24 hours in the service of the Lord, but as it is not possible, we have to sleep, take little rest. So that should be the minimum, because the whole period sleeping means waste. So all the Goswamis, they used to sleep not more than 2 hours. That was also not possible in some day. They were so busy in writing books and others. So this should be minimized, and we should be engaged 24 hours. If we remain engaged in that way, we have got so many engagements. We are daily singing, many more things like he's giving about the aspects of devotional service, how we have to be engaged in the service of the Lord. So this is very nice aspect. And then another aspect, another wonderful snippet Prabhupada wrote in the this one in the second chapter of Bhagavad Gita, where he's discussing Sthita Prajna, that Savai Mana Krishna Padara Vindayo. So that whole sloka he quotes, Prabhupada quotes in this one. Really amazing, this one. So we discussed that in a few of the Bhagavatam class before also, that Prabhupada gives, confidently he writes, that anybody who engages in thinking of the lotus feet of the Lord, in cleansing the temple of the Lord, in hearing about the Lord, in speaking about the Lord, and walking to the temple of the Lord, and tasting the tulsi leaves that are offered to the Lord. So this is a very, very powerful process. For sure, we will become, we will actually purify our senses, and then slowly knowledge starts coming in. So knowledge means what? My relationship with the Lord will become clearer and clearer. So when I take the holy name, I'll be able to connect with the holy name. I'll be able to relate with the holy name. And that relationship will come out clearly when this sinful layer is reduced. And should we wait for the whole sinful layer to reduce, and then only we will get attraction towards towards the Lord? So the best part is, if today, if I engaged all my senses completely in the service of the Lord, and by the way of hearing and orienting myself, and then I can just be fully engaged in the service of the Lord, I can get a glimpse of it. No, that's the wonderful aspect of Bhakti Yoga. I can immediately get the glimpse of it. Or if I render service with somebody who has nice taste in Krishna consciousness, then also I can get a glimpse of it. Right? So it is not my property. No, still my lust covering is so much is there. But then because of my constant engagement, I can get a glimpse of it. No, I can get a slight trace of what it is. No, of to be connected to the Lord. At least something better than my position. No, what is my current position? So like though I have, it's like you can imagine a sponge is there. So if you actually touch the layer, the sponge will go inside and you can actually have a feel of the layer a little bit. So something like that. No, by constantly engaging the senses, we can transcend the modes of nature. No, for that period of time, we may have not like fully won over the modes of nature. We may have not fully diluted the no the layer of lust, but then we can have a glimpse of it. So glimpse of the pure consciousness. So that is something really very wonderful. So that's something that whenever we read this thing, we read the beauty of the Lord, and we like hear about the glories of the holy name and things like that. So we should hanker that. No, when will that day come when I'll be able to experience this? He like Lord Shiva is in ecstasy describing. No, he's just seeing and describing, and no, for us even to read the sloka, it is so difficult. So, but for Lord Shiva, it is like so nice. He's in full ecstasy, describing the beauty of the Lord. So, definitely that day will come when we will also be able to experience this beauty of the Lord. We'll be also able to personally have the audience of the Lord. So, for that, the process that is given us to be completely engaged in devotional service 24/7, right? So that's the thing that is expected. So, and because we have body, we have to take a little rest. So so that is there, and then the rest of the time we should be engaged in the service of the Lord. And service of the Lord means that. So, like often I remember this thing that Prabhupada says that if I ask my disciple to bring water, if he brings milk, will that be service? So it's not service. So service of the Lord means like what the Lord likes, what the Lord has asked for, and we get service through the parampara, Guru parampara, and no, we are very fortunate to have Srila Prabhupada, who has amazing acharya who's capable or who had the capacity to engage thousands of people, thousands of disciples very effectively, not giving any gap to their senses, completely engaged in devotional service. And then he was pleased with their devotional service, and all of them made tremendous advancement, right? So that's an amazing thing. So this is the power of an acharya. What is the greatness of an acharya? So greatness of an acharya means a person, a teacher. What is the greatness of a teacher? Some teachers are like very high funda, like they'll speak so many wonderful things, but the students will be thinking like, what is professor speaking? I'm not able to get a head or tail of it. I know that he knows a lot, but then what's happening, I don't know. So, but greatness of a teacher is that even to the dullest of the student, he can actually make him understand something, right? So that's really amazing aspect of a teacher. And Srila Prabhupada is an amazing acharya. He perfectly knows why are people not able to experience the glories of the Lord, experience the beauty of the Lord. Why are they not able to connect with the Lord? Because the senses are fully covered with lust. And what is the solution? So only solution is they have to render devotional service. And by their devotional service, when the Lord becomes pleased, he personally cleanses all these anarthas, right? So in fact, he puts down as the preaching strategy. So this has the preaching strategy in his Markine Bhagavad Dharma, that Boro Kripa Koile Krishna, that song. And he's very, very expert. The moment he got opportunity to engage these people, he engaged them in such a way that they didn't have any time in their day. And they become so enthusiastic in going out in Sankirtan, doing book distribution. And Prabhupada was telling like, this is what I want, and just increase the scores, double it and things like that. And people are engaged in devotional service, and Prabhupada is getting pleased that side, and they are just making leaps and bounds of advancement in devotional service, and their lust is getting cut like anything. And moment the lust gets cut, so immediately transcendental knowledge arises, and immediately they can actually connect with the Lord. All spiritual realization, everything will just get unlocked. So this is the primary thing. So one is that the lust has to be removed. That is one aspect. So this, to some extent, even the other processes like Ashtanga Yoga or Jnana Yoga and all these things helps. So one is we have to remove the lust, and second thing is we have to bring the iron close to the magnet. No, so that's the Supreme Lord. So, and we have to get attracted to the Lord, not to some impersonal Brahman and things like that. And for that, if we get attracted to the Lord or the Lord's very intimate associates, no, it's one and the same, right? So, like he kind of brought in such kind of attraction, that his disciples were like ready to even jump off from the top floor if he would have told. So that's the surrender they had to Srila Prabhupada. So they had the attraction to Srila Prabhupada and they had complete engagement in devotional service. This Katarna combination, nothing else is required, right? So it is really, really very powerful, this one. And we can aspire to have this wonderful darshan of the Lord, right? So, if we can fully engage our senses in the service of the Lord, and especially in this month, we should tax our brains. Somehow or other, we should see that, Srila Prabhupada becomes happy that we distribute more and more books and more and more Bhagavad Gitas should go out. How we will do, what we will do, we don't know, but we have to do something. So at least even if books doesn't go, we should have taxed our brain sufficiently thinking about this in this direction. So that's the perfection of our life. And if we do that, so then we will be there head on with the Lord. We'll have the darshan of the Lord, right? So that will happen. So with this, I pause my discussion and any comments, question, or reflections. ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय, गौर भक्त वृंद की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, हरे कृष्ण.